Okay, so here's for a conceptual view of a potential farmhouse, something that Tammy and I put together. Sorry for the crudity of the model. It's a little bit of a joke because it's hopefully you'll recognize some things here. This fence and roses were actually something that Grandma had on the property a long time ago. They're gone now, but the bush that you see there is actually there, and these trees are actually in their proper places, including the cedar tree. The house is, everything is to scale, so everything fits. It's a single level with a basement. As you come in, you'll notice a large open area concept, wood stove, large table to feed many guests during holidays and things like that, so if we have family over. And we're going to take a walk into the kitchen area mainly and then exit the house and come back through the house at a later point. But you can see a kitchen area that's much in the same spot as it was originally, reorganized of course. And then there's a half bathroom down here, so there's a total of 2.5 baths in the house. It's a 2-bedroom, 2.5 bath concept. This bathroom would be, just the general purpose usage, doesn't have a bath, but also have a laundry room here with a folding table. This also serves as a mud room. As you spin around, you'll see that the other half of it has a place. It'll come back and show you. Other place has a place for storage, a place to sit down, take boots off, hang up coats. As you leave the house, you'll see that large tree there is actually there. It's maybe not quite that large, but it's a maple. The round thing that you're seeing on the ground now is actually the well, so it's in the exact location of the well, based off of data from Google Earth. There's the lilac bush, and you can see the rock and the telephone pole in the background. They're all in their actual places, as well as this tree. This tree is currently located next to the hydrant. I didn't have a hydrant to render, so it's not shown right there. So the building that we're heading out to is actually the big building. Was originally 50 by 30. This is an 80 by 40, so it's bigger, but it's got a fairly large area for an office space and a crafting space that Tammy and I both really want, to have an area I need a shop area for the electronics work that I do and things like that. What you're seeing off to those racks you're seeing off there to the side are actually for books that are currently in my office at work. I have way more books than will ever fit on those shelves, so I guess I'll have to downsize a little bit. So this area is part of the 80 by 40 building that is enclosed and actually considered livable space. On the other side of the wall from that TV screen that you're seeing now, that flat panel, is actually a bathroom, and then there's a sink on this side, so there's a small kitchen area. There is no stove and things like that, but it would be considered a livable space and would be divided from basically a 4-bay garage and shop area. So the shop area is outside that door, and we'll go out that door in a moment. But what you're seeing is basically what would be my office area, and it could go in the basement of the house, or it could go in this building. But I think I'd rather have it out here. The building itself does not have any cooling at the moment, but it does have at least a heating source. And what you're coming up on now is actually a stairwell that goes down to a 75-foot long tunnel that I will describe in a different video where I'll show you, that comes out in the basement of the house, so no need to go outside. You can go between the two buildings as if they're one structure. And then this is the bathroom. It's a full bath, so it counts, again, livable space. There's a small shop area here, and for some reason I think I failed to show the cars in this video, but they're behind me, and there's a bay for, each of these doors is 18 feet wide, so there's two 18-foot wide doors here, total of 4 bays. You can see in that scene, you see the lilac, you see the pole at the edge of the property, and the rock that Grandpa got out of Salt River. The building that's coming up there is actually just a rendering of a building on top of the original foundation of the small building that Denny's father and I and Denny himself had actually done work in, and it could be used as a storage shed for riding mower or whatever, so or even a car, because it's big enough for that. We're going to head back into the house now through what would normally be the main door. Essentially the main door, because most people would use it, not the front. The off to the right area or I'm sorry, off to the left is going to be a guest bedroom that we're going to enter first, and off to the right is the master bedroom. So this is kind of a main hallway into the living space. You'll notice that, well, you'll see a bathroom on the guest bedroom here. The video is moving a little bit slow in this area. I needed to speed it up, but you know, it takes 12 hours to render this. Yeah, the computer just does it on its own, but it takes 12 hours of processing time to do it, even on the computer that I have. So I didn't really get a chance to go back and speed it up, but it'll be a little bit slow in this area, but it'll speed back up to a normal pace in a minute. There's also some rendering effects that you see there. I have no idea why that windowsill does what it's doing, but it's the tree that's outside the window is actually that large maple that's on the property right now. I've got some pictures of my mother standing in front of that tree in the 1950s. And then, so the bathroom, of course, off to the right there a little bit. I think we'll swing around enough in a minute that you see into the bathroom and possibly the edge of the closet. So, but guest bedroom would be, of course, for guests, and not used that much. That's also the reason there's only 2 bedrooms essentially, is that there's actually livable space in the garage, the 80 by 40 building. So something could be set up out there if somebody really wanted to, you know, to stay and have privacy. Okay, part of the bathroom, and we're too close to the wall to really see anything right now. So when we're turning around in the hallway coming in, or the door, you'll see the door to the bedroom, to the guest bedroom that we came in through here in a second. And you also have a nice view looking out towards the front of the house, or I'm sorry, the back of the house, and the lilac tree, the bush. It looks like a tree in this rendering because it was the only thing available for the program. At least they had a lilac. So as we turn around here, we're going to walk into the hallway in a minute to the master bedroom, which is pretty much in front of us at this point. It has kind of an interesting closet. There's a long, narrow section of the closet that you could technically walk into and walk clear over into the walk-in closet, and that's through the first door. But since it'll have a bar and a shelf there, it probably won't walk through it. This will just be an access door to a hang-up type of closet. The second door, however, goes into a room that's, I believe, about 6 by 8. It's a walk-in closet. Here's the full bath for the master bedroom. There are no bathtubs in the house. You know, that could be done, but neither one of us really wanted bathtubs, and they're kind of they kind of consume a lot of space. We have one now that we never use. So here's the master. A couple of windows. It's at the northwest corner of the house, and we're going to turn around and leave through the hallway again. You were looking into the closet there a little bit, but there was nothing in there to see. So. And back out into the main hallway of the home, and we're going to go into well, first we're going to go past the stairs to the basement. There is a basement, and I'm going to do a separate video that shows the basement area and the walk through the tunnel, just as something separate that you can look at to conceptualize what that's like. At the moment, the program that I'm using did not allow me to render lighting inside the tunnel for some reason, so it just looks kind of dark in there, but I'm still learning how to use this program to create the 3D model of what we're conceptualizing. So here's the living area, sofa, lots of windows out to the southwest side of the house there. That's out towards the south, and then of course the dining area again. So you see that lots of things, or lots of places for people to sit, so that we can have a decent sized gathering of family there. That was something that's kind of important to us. And so also a nice area to look out at the view. That bush that you see through the window there is actually the one that's there next to the pole. The roses, of course, would need to be planted, but it's something that we'd like to do since Grandma actually had roses out there when I was a child. Behind me are some bookcases, but and this is the area that we're going through was an area that could be, had a couple of seats in it. I don't know if they'll get completely shown here or not, but yeah, they kind of do. There's the bookcase a little bit and one of the seats. So just a sitting area. This couch is a normal place to watch the TV. But you can see it's one large open concept. It's about 2,200 square feet of livable, but that does not count the basement, and it also does not count the livable out in the other building, the outside building. The livable space in the outside building is actually more than the livable space of the home, but not by much. But it's kind of interesting because it's such a large building, and it was based on the standard 80 by 40 foot metal building. I'm sorry, yeah, that's right, it's 80 by 40. Well, that's about it. That's a view to the south. Can't see the old or the other house up on the hill there, so it's not